everyone, and welcome back to Art with Miss Choate. I hope you didn't miss me too much. I know we took a few days off. We're adjusting to our new summer schedule. Just to remind you guys, if you didn't see my last video with the art show, I will only be doing videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and those will be linked up with my mother, Miss Nuja, at the Winfield Public Library. She's doing a story time every Tuesday and Thursday, so if you came over from watching her video, then you already know that. If you're just tuning in because you've subscribed to me, then after this video is over, go to her page. Today, she's reading a book about an incredible worm. So we're gonna be making a fun little worm puppet, and that can go along with the story. If you make it first and then you listen to her, you can play with your worm puppet as you listen, or vice versa. So all you're gonna need today is some paper, some glue, and if you have it, either 2 sticks or 2 wooden skewers or toothpicks, something where we can push it through the paper and make it be our puppet. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of paper the color of a worm. So that's up to you. You could have a brown worm, a yellow worm, a green worm, whatever color worm you want. If you only have white paper, you can take a marker and color it in. I'm going to be using, actually mine is going to be a striped worm, and we're just going to be using this. So we're going to have our scissors. We're going to fold our paper in half the long ways, or like the length of a worm. And then we're going to fold just a little bit over. This is going to be the belly of our worm. We're going to fold one side over about 1/4 inch, and the other side we're going to fold a little bit more, about 1/2 inch. We're going to actually be attaching those two together after we cut our worm. So I'm going to unfold those, just keep it folded in the middle. And now we're going to cut down, and I can see my lines. So if you're using lined paper, that would actually work really well. And I'm going to cut stripes down my lines to that folded line. Don't go past the biggest fold. And these don't have to be perfect, but this is going to help our worm be able to move. And I'm cutting mine about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. You could mark it with a ruler, or if you're using lined like me, that's perfect. You're just going to follow the line. But this doesn't have to be perfect. So we're going to go all the way down. Once we go all the way down, we're going to want to get rid of that crease so that there's not like a ridge on our worm. So you're just going to kind of want to bend them the opposite way once. This doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just kind of gently taking my hand, bending it back. So now we have it flat. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to run glue on my smaller fold. Glue stick works just fine, but if you have wet glue or you have to make your own paste, that's fine. You might just have to wait a little bit longer for it to dry. So now you're going to bring that to the other side. If you're doing with this somebody younger, you might need to help them. They can do the pressing. You line it up for them. And then we're going to be setting that on the table. So I'm just pressing the inside, count 3, and now you can kind of see that it's going to be able to start being able to move. So you're going to want to go to each one. If you didn't cut down far enough, you might need to either tear it a little bit or cut it a little bit more, because the whole point is that it's going to be able to bend like a worm. So I noticed I didn't get some of these far enough. That's okay. Just follow up right now. Cut them a little bit further. A lot of mine didn't go far enough, and that's okay. But now you can see how easily it's just kind of bending on its own. I'm not forcing it. There we go. Now it's moving like an accordion or a slinky. That's perfect. So now I can set that to the side and we can make the worm's face. So now I'm going to draw my worm's face. I'm going to make it, I want it to be at least the size of this, if not bigger. So I'm going to draw an oval. And then we're going to put its eyes. Give it a mouth. And maybe I'll give it some little antennas. I don't know. You know what? Worms don't have antennas. That's silly. Well, you can either cut those off or leave them. That's up to you. Maybe this will morph into some other animal, and that's okay. So now I'm going to cut out my face. And I'm going to decide to take off those antennas because it's a worm. So we're going to be putting the face on the front right here. So we're going to be putting some glue right there and placing his face on the front of his body. And remember, count to about 3. And now we're going to be putting our skewers or our toothpicks or twigs through the side of its body right here so it can be a puppet. There we go. So now we have control over it. And if yours can pass all the way through, that would be even better for control. So it depends how long they are. There we go. You can even, if you only have toothpicks, you could attach the toothpick to something else, like a pencil. You could tape it onto it. That way you have longer, your hands can be away from it longer. So there we go. There's our simple little worm puppet. And he can sit right there. He looks so cute. So I hope you had fun making your worm puppet. Hopefully he came out super cute. And if you want to do it with longer paper, different colors of paper, you can make this super long. And it's just so much fun the way it can move. So remember, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, that way you get notified now every Tuesday and Thursday. And remember, this little worm cutie goes along with my mom's video, Miss Nutra at the Winfield Public Library. The link is below and I should have it popping up somewhere here on the side. So click it if you haven't watched it already. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day today and tune in on Thursday for another fun book and art project. Bye.